Tuesday. I love it. You guys are rowdy. We like rowdy. Okay, you may be seated. Disappointment will domesticate faith. I don't even know what to do with that. Look at your neighbor and just tell them, don't be normal. Tell them you're called to be exceptional. So good to have Pastor Charlotte Gamble in the house with us at our conference. Her and her husband Steve are both here, and their kids. They're very special to Sheila and I and to our family, and have been for many years. And I think this is your first time at our conference, I believe, many times in our church, but we were trying to keep her to ourselves, but the word got out. And so she's all over the world, might as well be here at our conference, and we're so delighted. You're going to hear from her later on in the day and this evening. Lots of good things going on today. Are you ready to lean in today? You're ready to get the best that God has for you? Come on, today is not just another day. It's an exceptional day. Amen. It's a day that brings with it, and we just say it loosely, I think, a lot of time, that this will change your life. But I really believe that on days like today. I believe that there are people here, and probably many, who will never be the same again after today. All right, so here we go. Want to break into the book, talk out of the book today. I'm so excited that we got a new cover, we got a new look, updated it, and re-releasing it. Like Pastor Ryan said, people. It's kind of funny, you know. I'm all excited about my new books, and so many people are like, "Yeah, but what about Proving Ground? Like, when is it coming?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, but have you read Good Thing?" No, just Proving Ground. We need Proving Ground. Like, my church needs Proving Ground. Okay, here we go. Proving Ground. We're going to talk about it today. The Proving Ground is a place where new products, new equipment, new talent, and new theories are tested. That's what a proving ground is in business, in sports, in arts, in science. The proving ground is a place where the product, the new thing, and the thing you're not sure about, the new equipment, the new talent, the new theories are tested. And the testing is for the purpose of proving the product. The test proves the strength of the product, the reliability of the product, the potential of the product. So the car that you drive, the appliance that you use, the airplanes that we fly in, the people who pilot the airplanes, anybody thankful for that, have all been tested and have gone through a rigorous time of testing to prove that they are ready to be used. In the same way that products are tested and appliances are tested and airplanes are tested, human beings also go through tests to determine who we are, to determine what kind of character that we have. And there's always a question that is accompanying every test, and we're going to get into that today as we explore some of the tests. But we could just start by saying that tests come to prove, are you mature? And if so, how mature are you really? Are you resilient? Are you teachable? How do you handle disappointment? How do you handle seeing other people promoted? Are you really a team player, or are you just acting like you're a team player? Are you sensitive? Do you get offended? And notice I didn't even add the word easily. I used to say it like that. Now I just want to know, do you get offended? Because what we're looking for as exceptional people who are not normal, hello, is that we are unoffendable. How much pressure can you really handle? I was watching a news report on the graduates of West Point, and they were celebrating their accomplishments. And I thought as I watched them on screen and on the news, and they're all excited, and they're graduating from the highest military academy in the world. And I thought about all the partying and all the excitement at that point. And here's why, is because they were put under extreme, intense pressure. And they have endured excruciating physical challenges. Each and every one of them have had their analytical and their problem-solving skills tested. And as they partied, and I watched them with excitement, they're celebrating the fact that they are ready now for what the future holds. Like the test has happened, and they have gone through a proving ground, but the excitement is about the future. Because now after the testing, because maybe you don't know this, let me tell you, testing always precedes promotion. Testing always precedes promotion. When a product is tested, one of two things is going to happen. First of all, if it fails the test, it goes back to the level that it was. It's like still a theory, still an idea, still a possibility, but it's not a proven product. Still needs some work, still needs some development, still needs some adjustments. But the other possibility, secondly, is that if it passes the test, it'll be promoted. I want to read to you James chapter 1, verse 2. James chapter 1, verse 2. Consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges. What a sheer what? Yeah, but Pastor, you don't know what I'm going through. Consider it a sheer gift when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. Because you know that what? Come on, talk to me. Where is it? It's like under pressure. That your faith life is forced into the open. And it shows it's what? You ever been around somebody like you had one idea about them, and then something's going on and something's happening and something takes place, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, it's like the true colors come out. You hadn't seen that element or that part of them until the pressure was on, and they felt left out, they felt overlooked. They felt like someone didn't appreciate them, Can we talk today? So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Don't try to circumvent the process. Let it do its work. Let it do its work so that you become mature and you become well developed. not deficient in any way. Verse 12 says, anyone who meets a testing challenge head on and manages to stick it out. That means you may not just be for a day, and it may not just be for a week. Talking to some students in the room today. Talking to some young leaders in the room today. Chomping at the bit, so excited for what's ahead, want to get there, like I'm going to be there, I ought to be there. Well, guess what? It may not happen overnight. The person who manages to stick it out is mighty fortunate. You know, every time I see someone who God has promoted and they're in places where their platform is enlarged and their voice is amplified and people are out of honor just like following them, and I always ask myself, I wonder what they had to go through to get there. Because nobody just gets there. Come on, nobody just gets there. I'm telling you, nobody just gets there. And we look at it, and if you're not careful as a leader today, as a team member today, you'll turn it into some sort of political arrangement where you start trying to figure out if I connect with them, if I do that, if they notice this, if I can drop this name, and you start doing all this other stuff. Slap yourself when you start to do that. Come on, get in the front of the mirror and punch yourself. Give yourself a bloody nose or something. Like that is not the way you get there. You don't get there like that. And the more you try to do that, people will see, people will notice, and you'll actually be taking another lap. The goal is, if you want to do things God's way and you believe God's hand is on your life and you believe you're supposed to have an amplified voice, you got to realize that there's a testing challenge. And your job is to manage to stick it out. And when you do, you are mighty fortunate, for such a person is loyally in love with God, and the reward is life and more life. Come on, let's give the Lord a great hand today. Testing precedes promotion. Testing precedes promotion. Testing precedes promotion. I really wish, and many of you know that the warning, especially when I was younger and watching TV, I remember these horrible, eerie noises that would come on the face of the TV, and the show would go off, and I'm watching it. It would irritate me when I was a kid, and all the colors would come up on the screen. Followed by an announcement, this is only a test of the emergency broadcast system. If this were a real emergency, blah, 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 blah. And I know a lot of times in my life, I have wished, like I've kind of failed a test, or I haven't met up, I haven't measured up, and then I realized on the backside I blew it, I screwed it up, I spoke too fast, I was out of line, it wasn't right. And I wanted to smack myself, but the thing I really wished is that, why wasn't there an announcement? Couldn't there be an announcement, God? Like couldn't you say, Kevin, this is only a test of the heavenly development system. Like, hang in there. Keep your head up and your mouth shut and keep walking straight and whatever. There's only an announcement, but there's no announcements. No announcements. And that's the power of the test, is that there's an authenticity. So I want you to notice the reward. There is a reward. Everybody say, there is a reward. Say it again, there is a reward. This is my hope in this book. This is my hope in the teaching of this book, that you will never look at problems as just problems. That you will never look at conflict as just conflict. If you are a student, if you are a young leader, and your leader asks you to do something you think is unreasonable, Somebody was telling me, one of our pastors was saying just recently, I'm trying to remember who it was, can't remember, but people showing up, I think it was Sean Nepstad, young people showing up in the summer, hanging out in the offices, having fun, nothing else to do. And Pastor Sean was telling me how, you know, that Victoria's daughter's here, she's 17 years old, and she gets it, like she knows I'm going to be around the church, like whatever my hands find to do, I'm going to do it with all my heart, and I'm going to help out. I'm going to make the time count in the day. We'll have fun, but I'm going to do something productive. And they were just telling me, we were laughing about how young people come in the church. They're there, and it's like, hey, you doing anything? No. Oh, okay, there's 3 bathrooms over there. Like, go help our maintenance team, like, clean those bathrooms out. Like, we got to do, that's real stuff. And what happens is that a lot of young people, they'll look at a Pastor Sean, they look at people like myself, and they're like, yeah, it's easy for you. No, I clean the bathrooms. I had the bus route. Like, I sat in the back of the room, unnoticed. I got on airplanes, I went places, I sat and I watched, and I just wanted to shake somebody's hand who was a hero in the faith. I knew that I wasn't who they were yet, but my day will come. I just gotta follow God, keep my heart right, do the right thing, and God's gonna have His way in my life. So to students today, like, those are your moments. Don't ever look at it like just well, how come he asked me to do that? I don't like to do that. Don't ever look at it like that. The problem is an opportunity. The challenge is an opportunity. Everything is an opportunity. The moment you start to feel like you start to get offended. Wait. That's an opportunity for you to get your attitude right, to look at it right, to see God as watching you in that moment, and realizing that testing always precedes promotion. Our job is to maintain our confidence, guard our heart, keep our mind right, stay strong. It's only a test. It's only a test. It's only a test of the heavenly development system. Amen? So here they are. I won't, as you can tell, I won't get to all of them. I'll probably get to a few of them. But I just want you to see the test of small things: motivation test, credibility test, wilderness test, authority test, warfare test, offense test, test of time, lordship test. All 9 tests. I hope when you look at these, you just see it as a gift. But I didn't just say that, like that's what James said. When you hit these moments, consider it a sheer gift. Like, wow, God knows where I'm at. Like, this is like really tough, and there's a lot of adversity. That means something good's going on. It's an opportunity. And you want to be that person. I'm going to tell everybody in this room, you want to be that person who continues to qualify for the next opportunity, for the next level, for the next promotion. And let me just say to everyone who is here today, who is a part of a team, your team gets better when you get better. Your marriage gets better when you get better. You can experience rewards and more rewards, promotion and more promotion when you get better. The performance of a team goes up when the people on the team increase their personal potential. When the people on the team are improving, the team will be improving. People on the team are collaborative, committed, competent, unselfish, upbeat, positive, encouraging. The team starts to maximize its potential because the people on the team are elevating their own personal potential. The greatest limitations are not outside the team, but within the team. When you raise your individual lid, you raise the potential of the team that you are a part of. So, The goal in the proving ground is to help you recognize that every form of resistance has within it an opportunity for progress and growth. And I call the opportunity the proving ground. And I call the resistance a test. And when we hit these tests, the first one is the test of small things. Can you handle more? That's the question. Can you handle more? Can you handle more? Like in testing, it's not just answered verbally. It's like the test will come to prove. So with privilege comes responsibility. Most people want more. But if you're struggling to manage a small business, what would you do with a bigger one? And if you're a young leader and you're asked to volunteer, lead a small group, and it hasn't grown, the numbers went down, like none of the students really like you as a leader. They're only there because their parents make them come. Then why would the pastor want to bring you on staff as a youth pastor? I'm just saying. Reality check. Jesus said, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. It's not how heavy the load is, it's how you carry it. So you may be strong enough to carry more, but you may not know how to carry it. The testing comes to give you an opportunity to think it through, figure it out, get some coaching. Go to a friend, go to a leader who knows, go to somebody who's ahead of you. Say, here's what I'm feeling, here's what I know it's funky, I know it's goofy, I know it's wrong. What do I do with this? Like, how do I carry more? I know there's better in me, more in me. Like, I can do more, but I feel overwhelmed. I feel that's your opportunity to grow through this time of testing. Second one is a motivation test. Question is, are you doing the right thing for the right reason? You doing the right thing for the right reason? See, your motives are going to be tested on everybody okay? Well, I'm ripping away right now, but hopefully you're good this morning. See, your motives are going to be tested on a regular basis. And by the way, let me just clarify, these 9 tests, you go over them, you go through them over and over in new ways at different levels. So maybe you went through the motivation test first grade level. That doesn't mean there's not another one at 8th grade level. Your motives are going to be tested on a regular basis. And you will repeatedly have opportunity to quit on something that you're supposed to keep doing. There have been countless times in my own life where I felt like there was no good reason to continue to pastor the church that I pastored. Like no stinking good reason. I couldn't find one. And you know what else happened? On a few occasions when I felt that way, I literally would be contacted and asked to consider pastoring a different church. What's interesting, guys, is that these offers typically came when I was weary, when I was discouraged, when I was mad at stupid Seattle. They don't love Jesus, a bunch of heathens up here in the Northwest. Like, take me to the Bible Belt. People actually love Jesus in the Bible Belt. I was laughing the other day. Pastor Danny Green, he's in College Station, Texas, a great church. And he texts me on Saturday night, and he's, hey, something fun tomorrow, pray with me. The whole Texas A&M college football team, all the coaches, 140 people are coming to church tomorrow morning, 9:30, going to be in our early service. And I read that, and I just laughed. I told Sean was here preaching over the weekend. I said, listen to this, like, only in Texas. Like only in Texas would a coach of a football team say, hey, boys, tomorrow morning, you be here, we're getting on the bus at 8:30, we all going to church together tomorrow morning. Only in Texas. In Seattle, they would sue you, they would give the coach the finger and dare them to do something about it. Like, they're just like, only, I love that. But I get, like, come on, God. And it's amazing. My point is that your motive will always be tested as to, like not just what you're doing, but why are you doing it? Like when all the perks for doing something are no longer visible, will you still do it? A simple one that you can relate to is just going to church. If some people feel overlooked, they stop going to church. Like, really? Church gets crowded. Some people complain. And thinking about finding another church. Go ahead. It's your bad self. Like that. You forgot that's why we're here. To make it crowded. Leaders talk about giving. You have a giving campaign and asking people to sacrifice. And I remember one time we were in a giving campaign, and I was hitting it a little bit harder than normal, and I was talking it up, teaching on it. And I remember some person that had been in church for a while came to me, and they're like, Pastor, I don't get it. Like, you keep on talking about it, and I'm doing my best. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Like, cheer for me. It's the guy next to you. Like, you get it. They don't. Help me out. Support me. Quit getting offended by it. Like, some gals, not just young, like not just teenagers. I've seen guys, they're dating somebody in the church, they break up, and then they're not going to church. Why aren't you going, well, I broke up. That's why you came to church? I'm just saying, if these kind of issues can cause you to quit what you're supposed to continue doing, you are failing the motivation test. The idea is to recognize those feelings as testing your motives for doing what you do. And just say, you know what? I don't see any good reason to do it. I'm going to keep doing it because God called me to do it. I'm supposed to be here. I am meant to do this. I'm going to keep doing it with all of my heart, whether I'm appreciated or not, whether I'm honored or not, whether I am recognized or not. And that's when we get promoted. Credibility test. Can others count on you, rely on you, trust you to deliver on your promise? That's the question. The Bible says Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and with man. He grew. In other words, he gained credibility. He didn't just grow physically, but he gained credibility. A lot of people just think nobody loved Jesus. That's not true. A lot of people loved Jesus. He had followers that were willing to lay their life down for him. They passionately followed him. And the chance to gain credibility starts early in life, and then it follows us throughout our life. So, in school, teachers view us and they grade us, and it can make or break your future in terms of college. In neighborhoods, in churches, in family, like even the first job, it matters so much as the credibility that you glean on the first opportunity. The first team you serve on in your church. Well, I don't really like it. I want to move on. Now you have a reputation. And a good leadership staff will question if you're going to keep doing that or not. Well, I want to be in this team. I didn't want to be on that team. I didn't really like it. Okay, well, we don't really want you on any team until we know. And you have some credibility that you're going to stick to it even when you don't feel like it. I remember giving like a real doable task to a young leader one time who failed to get it done. And not only did they disappoint me, but they missed an opportunity to gain credibility. So, like, if you run, like, trying to think of different ways. If you hang out with people, if you run, if you hang out with people and you hang out with me and you run those people down to me, why would I trust you to not run me down to them? If I say things to others that you know I don't mean, how do you know I mean what I say to you? If you overpromise and you underdeliver the last time, why trust you the next time? Any of our band here? Any of our band here up here? Okay, imagine a band member. Aren't they doing awesome, by the way? Like, they are great. The team, the band. I think they're in the room somewhere watching us on a, better be. Or you will fail this test like really quick. Okay. I got one. Come on, brother. Come out here. Come on. Yeah, bring your guitar. Bring your guitar. They didn't know I was going to do this, by the way. So I'm not needing any. I got two of you. I got a keys board. I got a bass player, guitar player. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, thank you. You're good. All I want to do, I want to keep moving, but I just want to. You're getting ready to play, man. I'm not done yet. Just hang in there. All I want to do is I want to show you three kinds of credibility, and this applies to everyone, but it's really easy to see in a musician. So I want to just show you. First of all, the question is, can he play the guitar? Can he play the key? Play something. Like I told you I wasn't going to, but now I am. Yeah. No. They can play, right? So it's the credibility of competence. The second one is the credibility of personality. Is he enjoyable to work with? Got a good attitude? Like, I don't care how much talent you got. If nobody wants to be around you, have rehearsals with you, work with you, you better go find yourself a job at a nightclub or something, because we don't want you. You're a pain, like some kind of diva or something. Like credibility of competence, credibility of personality. A third one is credibility of character. Credibility of character. So the character thing is, does he show up when he's asked to show up? And when he's asked to be on the schedule, and he gets his schedule, does he, like, last minute bail on us? Like Saturday afternoon, oh, sorry. Yes, so am I. So glad I got somebody other than you right now. I'm looking for somebody. Take your place. Right? Character. Does he show up when he says it? Is he reliable? Can I count on him? I'm talking about credibility. Thanks, guys. You're awesome. You passed the test. You're good. Wilderness test. Are you ready to make the change that progress requires of you? Change is the constant companion of progress. Blessed are the flexible. They will not be bent out of shape. It's somewhere in the Bible. I'm sure it's somewhere, like 1 Kevin 4:3. Change is the constant how come we're not doing it like we always did it like that? Exactly. That's why we're not doing it that way anymore. We've always done it that way. Change is the constant companion of progress. So you got to ask yourself, what progress is on hold in my life because I'm not willing to change my attitude or my ideas, or my comfort zone is like limited to this. And what progress is on hold right now? It's human nature, guys, to just get in a way of doing things, a routine, and I've got that spelled out in the Proving Ground, the routine that people get stuck in. But let me just say it, let me give you a couple examples. People want to be healthy without exercising. Am I right? Shout me down. Am I right? That means I have to change my schedule. That means I got to get up earlier. That means I have to buy some tennis shoes. Yeah, that's what it means. That's what progress is. People want better jobs without paying the price of the education. People want their children to make wise choices. They don't want to take the time to teach them. Church leaders want their teams to grow, but they're not reading new books. They're not learning new methods. They're not changing and improving the way they lead. So if you are stuck, look for the right change, because the right change will bring progress. If you got it, say, I got it. The authority test has the question, do you respect and appreciate the authority that God has put in your life? Do you respect and appreciate the authority? So let me tell you about this test. This test will not correct your attitude. It will reveal your attitude. And we can all point to examples where authority has failed in its role. However, we can't give up on the idea and the value of authority, because in some instances, it's failed. Like, we don't give up on marriage because we know some have failed. We don't give up on people because we know of people who have failed. We don't give up on authority either because we know that authority has, in some instances, failed. Because authority is God's way. It's God's way, it's God's remedy, it's God's idea for all chaos, for all craziness, for all lack of organization. And Romans chapter 13, let's read it. Romans chapter 13, verse 1. I'm going to read it fast, but I hope you soak it in. I hope it just hits you again today. It says, be a good citizen. All governments are under God. Even the USA right now, 2018. Insofar as there's peace and order, it's God's order. Live responsibly. If you're responsible to the state, then if you're irresponsible to the state, you are irresponsible with God. And God will hold you responsible. Verse 3. You want to be on good terms with government? Be a responsible citizen. You'll do just fine. Government working to your advantage. The police aren't there just to be admired in their uniforms. God also has an interest in keeping order, and He uses police to do it. Yeah, but I know a policeman. Absolutely, exactly. But stop it. It doesn't negate the idea and the concept that we keep working on to elevate, to encourage authority as a positive thing. And without it, everything goes down, right? And I know this is all about government and all of that, but just apply it in every aspect of your life. That's why you pay taxes, so that in an orderly way of life can be maintained, fulfill your obligations as a citizen, pay your taxes, pay your bills, respect your leaders. Everybody shout Bible. So let me just say this to you. Prove yourself when the opportunity arises with authority. Prove yourself. Like, respond in a positive way to the people who have authority roles in your life. Respond in a positive way. Recognize everybody is not a peer. Be okay being told what to do. And I think a lot of people, because of what you've experienced in your childhood, in your life, and your background, and things you've been through, like authority to you, this is a big test. This is the one that holds a lot of people back. The way some people view authority, as if everybody's out to get me, people are going to hurt me. And the way that people, you can have those notes, Daniel, $300 today. You can have those notes. I'm kidding. Thank you. Show by your attitude, show respect, show honor, show appreciation, show support for those who are in authority. Everybody shout, I got it. Say it again, I got it. Remember David? Remember Saul? One of the greatest examples ever. Saul was a mad, crazy, jealous king, wanted to kill David. David ran through soggy riverbanks, hid out in caves, and this madman's chasing him, jealous of his growing popularity. David has a chance to take him out. Everybody's saying, come on, David. Saul slew his 1,000. You slew 10,000. Come on, David. You're the man. You're the future. We're going to put you on Instagram. You're the new hero. Like, everybody's, yeah, right? Right? And David says, no, can't do it. Can't touch God's anointed. And what did heaven do? Heaven went, that's my man right there. That's my man right there. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's like we want to make it about other people when it's actually about us. Like we want to go, God, do you see what they're doing? Yeah. But my eyes are on you right now. Yeah, but God, that's not fair. I know, but I am watching you. Right? And if you can see it that way, it just changes everything. Like there's this huge shift that in your mind that you're not like, oh, that isn't fair, that isn't right. Yeah, but, Pastor God, yeah, but you don't know. Yeah. And if you shift it in your mind and you realize God is watching us. God is watching us. Right? Watching me right now. He's watching me how I handle this moment, this scenario. It's not fair and it's not right, but God is watching us. I'm David. Saul is mad, but God is watching. Testing precedes promotion. Testing precedes promotion. Testing precedes promotion. Yeah, gotta hurry here. Warfare tests, I'll skip it, but adversity quotient, how much can you take? Here's a great one. Offense tests, are you going to let circumstances and situations in life offend you? That's the big question. Like in every scenario, there will be like a glass of poison that will be out in front of you in every scenario where you have an opportunity to be offended. And when you look at it, you have a right in that moment to drink the poison. But just remember what you're drinking. And as it's been said, like, when you take a drink like that, we think we're hurting somebody else. But in the test, we're only hurting ourselves. Don't drink the poison. I said, don't drink the poison. It's your chance to rise up above the offense. Don't drink the poison. I don't like it. She told me to go down and wash in the muddy Jordan River like there's other rivers in the land. How come I got to go down the Jordan River? Little maid. Well, sir, like maybe if they would have asked you, like if the prophet would have said go to a clean river, like maybe you would have like why not try? Give it a go. Just give it a go. She talked him into it, right? Why are you going to stay here offended? Why are you going to let this keep you out of what God has in mind for you? Why are you going to get hung up on this? Like, yes, it's a muddy river, but on the other side of the muddy river is your healing, is your breakthrough, is the very thing that God has planned for you in your future. Yeah, but he didn't even get out of the chariot. He didn't even take time to talk to me, walk right by me, some kind of big shot prophet. Like I'm in the chariot, I'm Naaman. He could have come out, come out. I saw him the other day, didn't he walk by, and then he sits in his house, and he tells me by way of a servant, go wash that. Doesn't he know who I am? Yeah, but sir, I'm just trying to help you understand that there won't be the announcement. I said there won't be the announcement. There won't be somebody saying to you, it's only a test of the heavenly development system. There will be nobody who will be saying, pulling on your coattail and saying, like, this is it, don't drink the poison, don't drink the poison, don't drink the poison. Like, go ahead, go wash in the muddy, go ahead, wash in the muddy, go ahead, something good's going to. There won't be any warning and there won't be any announcement. But it's your moment to determine whether or not you're going to get the promotion. Testing precedes promotion. There you go.